Okay, in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to wrangle the data for this project. And I've got three data sources, two from ESPN and one from the 538 website. I want to start with the 538 website. And this is a great site and great data. And what they do is they build a very sophisticated model which ranks or rates every team in both the men's and the women's tournaments. Okay, and if you want, you can read all about it on their website. We're going to use not only their ratings, but we're also going to use the simulation that they conducted for this year's tournament. They take these ratings very similarly to how we did it in our first project last week. Okay, we simulated a conference tournament, which was relatively small. The 538 website here simulates the entire March Madness tournament, both male and female, and simulated it, I believe, 10,000 times, and they are kind enough to share the output of that simulation with us. All right, and if I scroll down here, you're going to see there's all kinds of cool graphics, and by all means, take a look at them. I'm going to just kind of skim right over them for right now, though, and this is what we're looking for. Download forecast data. It is as simple as pressing that button. I press it, okay, and you're going to see down here, I've just downloaded the data, okay, piece of cake. So the next thing that we want to do is open that data up. You could use Excel. I'm going to use Google Sheets here. In fact, I've already opened it up. But anyway, what you would do in Google Sheets here is go to File and Open, all right? And when you choose Open, I would go to Upload now, and in your Downloads file should be the last download, okay? And that's the one that you want to open up. Now, I've already done it. I didn't want to have connection issues. So what do I got to do? There it is. Okay, here's our data. And we can see we've got data for both men's and women's, okay? One row of data for every team in the tournament. Okay, this top row, these are the headers, but the second row, all the rest of the rows out, including the second row and beyond, each row represents a team. This top one is, I believe, University of Houston. Yep, okay, there they are. All right, and kind of the most important things that we've got here. 538 considers the play-in games to be round one. All right. The opening, what most of us consider to be the opening round of the tournament, where everybody has to play a game, they call round two. And the national championship game would be round seven. And what we've got here, the results of the simulation, and we see that University of Houston, okay, in this row right here, well, they've got a 100% or probability of one of getting through the play-in round. Of course, they got a bye. They didn't need to do that. And they've got a 97.39% chance of winning their opening round game. Okay, they've got a 76% probability of not only making the second round, but also winning that game. And all the way up here, Houston has a 24.9% probability of winning the entire tournament. Okay, and we've got this data for, again, all the men's and all the women's teams. Okay, really cool stuff. Now, what I want to do is actually add one row of data here. Okay, I'm going to call it the percentage of the public who picked the team in the opening round. Okay, kind of a long name here, but okay. And we need to get this actually from a different website. Okay, so again, I'm back to the slides here, and I'll start with the men's tournament here because they're on top of the 538 data set. And if I click this, men's tournament challenge, and it'll be a little bit different probably in 2024 than it is in 2023, but this is ESPN, not hard to find. And really what I'm looking for is this right here. Who picked whom? And when I click this, it's going to tell me, round of 64, opening round, the percentage of people that picked each team. So for example, 96.6% of brackets pick Alabama to win their first round game. 96.2% pick Purdue to win the opening round. And 95.7% for Houston. So there are lots of ways to merge this data. In this case, I'm going to just use brute force, and I'm going to type this in. And it's going to take me 10, 15 minutes, but creating a video about how to clean and merge the data would take me longer than that. So I'm just going to use brute force right here. So Houston is 95.7. Okay, Houston is the top row right here. Okay, so I'm going to put in 95.7 right here. Okay, the next team is what? Alabama. Okay, so go back here. Nope, go back here. Alabama's 96.6. And I put that in. Okay, and you're going to do that for the men's teams. And then for the women's teams, really similar. Okay, here's a link to the women's bracket. Again, who picked whom. Okay, and we can see that 93.8% of the brackets have picked South Carolina to win. All right, so in my data set, I'm going to scroll down here until I get to the female. And there's the women's, okay, row 70. And South Carolina should be right at the top. Yep. And I am going to put in here, what were they? 93.8%. Okay. And it's going to take you a little bit of time, but that is how I would get values put in for all of these rows. Hope that makes sense. Thanks.